104.7 The Cave plays pure classic rock.
104.7 The Cave, Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens. It is Wednesday. That's when we
Rip it apart.
rip it apart.
Sorry, I was high-voiced again.
High voice guy. So today we are going to rip apart Enter Sandman by, according to Wikipedia, an American heavy metal band called Metallica.
That's them.
This is probably one of their biggest songs.
I would say probably, yeah. Biggest. I think everyone knows this song, even if they do not like metal or Metallica.
Yeah.
It was the commercial version.
Very commercial.
It was their answer to Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer.
It sold more than 1,000 copies alone, the single by itself.
Well, there you go. There
30
you have
million copies of the album.
There you have it.
That's a retirement plan.
They made
for your
them rich.
Great
They made them rich.
grandchildren.
Sing about scaring kids at night, and you get rich.
And that's kind of where they went with the sound. I mean, the sound was kind of a poppy, catchy sound, and I guess when they were writing the lyrics, which was the last thing that they did for this, it took a long time for them to do it. Hetfield felt that the song was a little catchy, kind of commercial, in my opinion. The whole album is, but whatever.
Yeah, it was there.
To counterbalance that sound, he said that he wanted to write lyrics about destroying the perfect family, like a huge, horrible secret that they had, including references to crib death.
Wow, man, that's a
Heavy.
heavy subject to be singing about.
Heavy.
But tell me this now, since you said that this is their kind of their poppiest album, are you
Well, at the time.
are you a Metallica fan?
At the time.
Are you a Metallica
Up until
fan?
this
Up
point.
until you were?
Up until this
okay.
point.
So would you say then that this album was their black moment?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
I mean, I love
I'll be
everything
here all
that
week.
Metallica did up until this point. I mean, I love this album, but I believe that it's been well overplayed.
Yeah, I was big on Metallica when they first came out, and this was kind of a so-so, and after that I lost touch. I became uncool, I guess. But everybody knows that already.
Jay, you can never be uncool.
Well, I
Never.
try.
Never. So
try.
speaking of uncool, the way that Metallica normally does things.
That was a good segue.
Around,
That was professional radio right there, guys.
subliminal
But the best
messaging.
here on 104.7 The Game.
So anyway, they would get together and they'd write demos. A lot of the time, the music would be done well before the lyrics were ever done.
That's
And-
usually the case, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes. I know that McCartney always talked about how he'd have a melody in his head and the music would come later. I think it really just comes down to how talented you are and how you approach your craft. You know what I mean? It's
So how
different.
talented is Metallica?
Well, they're very talented if you want to go by record sales for sure. So anyway, we're going to talk about the lyrics and the vocals first. Hetfield, like I said earlier, came to the table with some stuff that was talking about breaking up the perfect family. First time in the band's history, Bob Rock and Lars said, I think you can do a little bit better job.
Ooh, raise the bar.
I wonder how he felt about that.
Raise the bar, or as James would say, raise the bar. Rah!
Yeah. But nevertheless, according to Lars, this song was the foundation, the guide to the whole record, even before it had lyrics, which is cool. So there's this little wah-wah thing at the beginning of this that sounds really cool.
From the top, boys. That's just creepy.
Obviously this is going on. But that little wah. It's like nightmare-y.
Yeah, it's very spooky, yeah.
So, anyway.
Say your prayers,
Whoa.
little one.
Yeah.
Don't forget my son to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes.
I'm just waiting for ooh.
Sleep with one eye open, gripping your
There's that keyboard,
pillows.
the keyboard, and
Hear
his,
that bass?
and his shaker is going on in here too. Who knew that Metallica rocked a shaker?
But it's the click track.
What do you do? Oh, I play shaker from Metallica, bro.
Make sure they're on time. And obviously you can't hear it because all this other stuff is going on.
An ensemble
Yeah.
of madness.
I mean, it's just craziness going on.
Let me see your shaker.
So we're getting to more of Enter Sandman Rip It Apart Wednesday. Jay Stevens, Mike the Intern in the studio, 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave, Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens in the studio. It is Wednesday, Rip It Apart Wednesday, tearing down Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Go with our James Hetfield on.
Oh, yes. This was originally not going to be the opening track for the and first single from Metallica. It was supposedly going to be Holier Than Thou. But after I think they went back and looked at all the songs, they were like, dude, this is our
It just
single.
screams radio hit.
This is our single. Honestly, every song on this record is a single, in my opinion. And maybe that's why I've got some mixed feelings about it. You
And
know
before
what I mean?
and before this point, metal still was kind of underground.
Oh, big time.
Like
especially this style of
Metallica
metal.
was not huge.
No,
you
no, no,
know?
no. And you think about the year 1991. I mean, obviously
Let me
we
think
had
about it.
this. Nevermind. Pearl Jam's 10. We had all.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
Now, I think there were also some albums by bands like Warrant.
yeah, we're not going to
and
talk about
Skid
those.
Row. There were still,
But I'm talking about classics here. Classics.
Come on.
Classics. I
Why?
mean, you can't put
Why do you, the
Blood
music
Sugar
of my
Sex
people?
Magic's 10, Nevermind, this record up against those records. Those
Slave to the
don't-
Grind, Skid Row. Oh, that was probably right
Raise
around
your
the same
hand if
time.
you remember that record.
Look at all the hands.
Oh
up.
my God.
Hands across
I-
America.
No one's raising their hand right now.
Man, Dawkins?
Anyway.
No, Dawkins? Rockin' with Dawkins? No. You guys are so mean to us hairband guys.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not as good.
All right.
So the bass part,
Not as
real
good.
easy. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking.
All right. Here,
we're
make fun of
talking-
my hairbands as we listen to these
Yeah.
two notes.
I know, right? I mean,
Solid bass line.
that's
You
pretty
know.
much it.
Yep.
Sounds good. He's got a
Yep.
good tone for it.
Got a good easy.
And we'll get to more with the
Now, wait.
song.
Jason Newsted, or who's the bass
Yeah,
player at
that's
this point?
Newsted.
Yeah, look at me knowing my heavy
Ding, ding,
metal.
ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
And on that
Jason
note, while
wins.
we're ahead, we'll get to more on Rip It Apart Wednesday. Enter Sandman from Metallica on 104.7 The Cave.
Cave.
104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens in the studio. Rip It Apart Wednesday. Metallica's Enter Sandman. Do you remember the video for this?
Spooky. You know what? And I was just, you read my mind. We're becoming
in
one
sync. We're in
without
sync.
entering each other's body. We're becoming one.
So
You entered my body through my mind. No, here's what I got. Yes, Mike, you're already dizzy today. That's all you
I'm not
needed was
feeling
me.
good.
Sorry.
Not feeling good.
Check this out. It's in whatever year. Okay, they were getting ready to make the video. The album wasn't even out yet. And I was at a video production place in Hollywood, a place where there's a bunch of studios and where they make music videos. They do all the post-production, all the editing and stuff like that. So they're doing this video, and my dad's friend was the editor on this video. And during the making of this, they spilt a bottle of champagne all over this board, at the expensive console. So the engineer guy rips it all apart like a Corbin, and they washed the damn circuits in a dishwasher, ran them through, let them dry, and put it back together, and the board was fixed.
Kids,
Didn't have
this
to buy
is
a new
why
board.
analog lasts for years
See?
and digital
Yeah, that
does
could never
not.
happen with a computer these
Hell
days.
no.
You kidding me? Gone.
Analog boards,
Back to Best
you
Buy.
got a chance.
Yeah.
But digital,
They literally
sorry.
washed them in the dishwasher and let them
That
dry
is awesome.
and put them back in and work. So that's
Paperwork,
my
I
tidbit
mean.
on this
That's
video.
Awesome. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I remember the video. I loved this record when I was growing up because I would have been, 10, 11 years old.
Sorry, I was busy dating girls.
Yeah, well, I was thinking they're gross still. Yeah, about 10, 11. But I loved Metallica, and I loved this video. And at the time, as a kid, I thought Lars was the end-all, be-all drummers. As I got older,
Boy, how times have
as
changed.
I got older and better a musician, I
Well, everybody says he can't keep time. That's
That is-
huge.
that's
even
one thing.
Metallica said they almost got rid of him at one point because
Did you hear how loud the click track is
Yeah.
in his vocals? There's a reason for that. There's a reason why that click track is so loud. Now, from a metal musician standpoint, if you are doing something, this is as simple as it can get, metal-wise, right?
This
Because you
beat right here? Yeah.
You've got your
it's a disco
guitars.
beat. It's 4 on the floor.
Yeah, it is. But that's kind of how Lars does everything.
Safer to hit more notes than the off note.
He's a very safe drummer. You know what to me? You know what Lars is to me? He's the WNBA of drumming.
Ooh, man.
All technique.
That would be a great T-shirt. Can we trademark it?
All
What's the
technique.
date today? Let's make sure that this is documented so we can make money off this deal.
You listen to this. The Lars, the WNBA of drumming. All technique, no dunk.
Aha.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Wow, that was deep.
We'll conclude the Rip It
Deep
Apart
Thoughts
Wednesday
with Mike the Intern.
on the way next on 104.7 The Cave. That was good, huh? 104.7 The Cave, Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens in the studio. Rip It Apart Wednesday, the finale.
The
if it
coup de
were.
mas. No, what is that? That's not. What is the
Coup de grace?
Coup de grace? Is that
Coup
the
de
finale
grace?
or is?
I don't know what that
I don't
means.
know.
I didn't take French.
I'm just gonna go coup de
Um,
mas.
We saved the best for last. Arguably, the guitar in this band is the best for sure.
Kirk Hammett with his
Kirk Hammett.
spooky guitars. He's got
His
really cool spooky guitars.
A lot of phase on that, trying to make it electric sound like an acoustic. I don't know why they.
He has hair like
continue to use an
me,
acoustic.
so he's cool.
He does have
And he
hair
let it
like
go.
you.
He let it go gray. He didn't. He doesn't hide the fact
No.
like I do.
And the guy has got a
Well,
lot
because he's
of
got
really,
millions of dollars.
a lot of really good memorabilia. You know what I mean? And who did he learn under? Then he take
I think Satriani.
yeah, Satriani.
Yeah, Satriani, man.
Satriani gave him lessons, and he continued to even after after he was in Metallica.
Satriani's the man.
He still would take private lessons from Satriani, even so, which is pretty awesome. But anyway, I mean, it's a pretty solid riff.
It's a real solid riff.
Really
yeah, it's
solid
a good
riff.
song.
But I guess when they originally did it, it was written a little bit differently, and Lars suggested that they play it 3 times, which kind of gave it.
Commercialized.
There's 3. There's the tag on the end.
Yep, it's the rule of 4.
Yeah,
Commercial rule of 4.
it is. It's so
Told
true.
you, it's the living on a prayer of Metallica.
So true, especially with Western music. I mean, in anything, there is a formula. You sometimes break the formula and do something
Oh, wait,
really awesome.
I just cracked the code. Listen to this. Tommy used to work on the docks. The union's been on strike.
On his luck, it is
yeah,
tough.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
That's your. I mean, it's
It is.
the rule of 4s.
It's the rule of 4s.
And it makes sense. I mean, if you spend a
See how
year
easy it
making
is?
these records and you hire Bob Rock and pay him millions of dollars to come in and produce your album, he better do a good job. Of
And especially
making
if
it
you're
sound
writing
like
about
this.
crib death.
That's right. I'm glad those lyrics
Tough
didn't
to make.
actually
Tough to make it. Tough to sell a commercial song
Yeah.
talking about spooky guys under the bed.
Yeah, my parents were really against, for some reason, me listening to Metallica. I don't know why. Nevermind and In Utero by Nirvana, no problem. But for some reason, Metallica, my mom had
It was
an
the
issue.
devil. It was the devil.
I
People.
know, which was weird. I don't know. I still was getting tapes from my friends, so haha, mom. That's what you
Bootlegs.
get.
Yeah, street pusher. See what happens, parents? He goes to the street pusher.
That's right. You might as well get your kid the music they like. And with that in mind, it's Inner Sandman from Metallica on Rip It Apart Wednesday on 104.7 The Cave.
104.7 The Cave plays pure classic rock.